Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining us and hanging out with us today. I've got Kevin the Healing Medium again, Kevin Lewis. And I've got, for the first time, I've got Stopher Cabins. It's Psychic Medium. Is it Psychic Medium, Terrell?
That's one of my, that's one of my
more than one?
Depends which hat he's wearing.
Exactly.
He was showing us his many hats, and it had me cracking up back here.
I'm literally a man of many hats.
This is the Amish hat?
Yeah.
I just got off my horse and buggy. And...
The leather is the best, though. I don't know. I think the leather wins. Oh, geez.
So good.
So, anyway, this is the first time I've gotten to meet you, Stopher, and thank you so much for coming on. We were going to have you guys, you knew PD was going to come on. She is not able to today. She wasn't feeling well, but luckily, Stopher, I've been wanting to meet you anyway, so I really appreciated the last minute you coming on like this for me. So that's wonderful. I wanted two mediums. I have two mediums. So anyway, Stopher, since I've not met you before, can you tell everybody a little bit that doesn't know you, about your channel and about what you do, how you got started in this?
Yes, and thank you for having me on it. I've been wanting to meet you as well. So sorry guys, you're stuck with me today.
No, we're very lucky.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll keep it brief. I'm sure a lot of people have heard the story, but so my channel, Stopher Caveman Psychic Medium, and I do lives just like you do, probably not as often as I should, but I try to bring different folks on and do readings. Psychic and mediumship. I don't do the tarot, but I do read oracle cards. So this journey, as many know, is fairly new for me. I'm not a person that's always had it open and kind of that intentional link with spirit. But it's like three years into this journey, and it's been pretty amazing. So it was actually something that happened when I was helping a friend with some marketing of his psychic medium business, and then things just kind of started opening up for me. So it was not something I expected or necessarily chose, the path I chose to go down. And anyway, here I am.
Have you always had mediumship abilities?
No.
When did you come upon realizing?
That was about 3 years ago.
Just 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was August of 2020. I had a friend of 18 years. He's a psychic medium, and he was starting a business, and I'm a marketer, so he reached out to me to help him market his business. And in that process, I was learning a lot about it, and it just kind of took over. Long story short.
And has it been 3 years since your YouTube channel started as well?
I've had a YouTube channel for a while because I used to do other marketing things with it. But as far as like doing the readings and stuff, it's been about a year.
Okay. And what type of readings do you do usually? Do you do personal or political or?
Yeah, no political. I like personal. I like mediumship. Anything that's going to help people, give people clarity and guidance and healing and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes I make little predictions, personal predictions, not too many like worldly or earthly predictions, but
okay.
Yeah.
Do you do personal readings? Can people contact you for a personal reading if they want one?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I do personal private readings. I'm based in LA, so I do in-person readings around here, and then of course on Zoom and phone call. So they can find all that on my website, stophercavens.com.
There's probably a lot more call for that in LA than there is here in Illinois, I'll bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I stay pretty busy.
I'll bet. And then Kevin, you're from Canada.
I am.
Do you do readings as well on your channel?
I do. Yeah. It's so funny that I just assume that people know that I do. So thank you for actually saying that. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do more days of readings than not compared to my other job. And yeah, same thing. I do a few different healing modalities. And then mainly right now, people are doing a lot of the combo where it's a part psychic and part mediumship reading.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super popular. And like Stouffer, I have my website. So thehealingmedium.ca is where people can reach out. I'm just about to open up my June-July calendar. I do 2 months at a time because I used to get so overwhelmed being so booked so far in advance that I just wanted to modify it. So this works for me. I open up kind of a month or so before and 2 months at a time. So yeah, that's just about to open up.
Pretty busy. You know, you're on with a lot of people. You really do keep busy.
Yeah.
And I've gotten the pleasure of working with you a couple times, I think, so far. You know, you and me and Susan, and we had a really good time. So I was so happy to get you to come on again.
I love it.
So I don't do the mediumship, but I do have some mediumship type cards, and I do tarot, and pendulum and oracle. So if there is any mediumship questions, I'll just do the cards and let you guys do it the way you guys do it.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, and I love that about you because you I would just step into it. You're a great medium, and your connections, that's the thing. We're making that connection, and how it looks can be a little bit different, and that's perfect. So I would say I would step into that mediumship for sure.
Well, you know, PD Connect, she had told me that's the girl that you were going to meet. She, a friend of mine that's a psychic medium, she told me, she goes, Dan, I think you have mediumship abilities. And Susan said it too. And she got me off air, and she was asking me about a friend of hers and asked me questions and asked me to tell her what happened, tell her about her friend. And I tried it because it's a friend, and I think, oh, you know, because usually when I feel things, sometimes you're afraid to say it because you think, what if I'm wrong? And she said, that's right. I told her what happened. Oh, we lost Stopher. He'll be back. But, you know, I told her what had happened and some things about her friend that I had no way of knowing. And I just thought, she goes, just say whatever you're feeling and don't use the cards. And I did, and I was right.
Yeah.
So it's just getting over that. Susan says you just got to get over that, just being afraid to speak. There he is.
Sorry, I had a dog that was going crazy.
Yeah, my husband's watching my puppy in there for me. So I shut the door. So she wants to follow me everywhere. She's this big. I didn't know she could climb steps. And I went up to do a show, and she was down there with him. Pretty soon I hear whoop, whoop, whoop outside my door, and she wanted in. She followed me up here. The steps are bigger than her. So I guess she wanted me bad enough. She came in, and then she sat on my lap while I read cards. Well, let's see. I want to just see who we got in the chat. I did see Kevin, my friend Kevin's Loving Vibration. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for coming. And we're going to be on for about an hour, so we won't be able to get everybody's questions, but we'll get what we can. Let's see. Jay Roberts, I've got yours. Matt Webb, I've got yours. Thank you for coming. Bridget Straub, I got yours. Bumblebee Snuggles, I love that. Morella Richie. Jessica Lynn, Viviani. Let's see. Oh, and I've got you guys' links. I've got their links to subscribe to them in the chat and also in the description box. So please go and subscribe to them and hit the like and subscribe for me too, if you would. That helps our channels get out there to people. It doesn't cost a thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Some people, I actually heard that there are people that thought it cost.
Yeah.
Heidi, Stone Marble. I got your question. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Wiki. And let's see. Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, a lot of people in here. And Jo Lynn Shumsky. Hi, Jo Lynn. Well, anyway, there's a lot of people. Well, thank you guys for coming. We'll go with what we have so far. And if I don't get your question, you know, I have other shows. We'll get them maybe on Friday. I have show on for every Friday too. So or next Friday. Let's see. So we've got Jay Roberts wants to know if we have any message from my guide. So let's see.
Do we know Jay's first name?
Jay, what's your first name, if you don't mind saying? And I might not necessarily take the questions in order because when we're reading, sometimes we don't see all the questions when we're looking down. So if I miss you, we'll get you next time. It may be somebody else needs that reading. Let's see. Any message for J. Roberts? J. Roberts, if you're there, do you want to say your first name or no?
Jay, has your back been sore? How's your back? I don't know my back. I'm not sure if that's you or if it's someone else, but my back just started to hurt.
Your back just started to hurt?
Yeah. As I was connecting. Jo Lynn. Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Totally.
I love that name.
Jo Lynn? That is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it. It makes me think of Jo Lynn, but that's a little different.
So pretty. I love that song too. I love Dolly Parton.
I do too.
I went to Dollywood. And anyways, that's a whole other show.
I went there once.
It was so good. The Smoky Mountains.
Yes. I went there. Actually, went to Tennessee twice. This last time we went, we were up in Gatlinburg, up in the mountains. It was so beautiful. And we went to Sevierville, and I got Dolly Parton's favorite hamburger, the place she grew up, where it's a little tiny gas station, but they have a diner inside, and really good food.
Yeah, I love that area, like Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. It's lovely.
Yep. Gatlinburg was a little bit too much walking. I got a scooter, and then I actually got a scooter from this place, and there's Trump stuff everywhere, on the counters, on the shirts, everywhere you look, bumper stickers. And there was a rack of Trump shirts and stuff, and I accidentally was moonshine tasting on a scooter, and I ran over all the shirts. I knocked them down, backed over them, ran over them accidentally.
This visual is amazing of that happening.
The lady's going, get off, I'll do it. Okay, let's see. J. Roberts, I got for you that you're currently healing some sort of past life wounds. There's something that's going on with the Two of Air that you're avoiding. You're having some sort of indecision about something. And my guides want you to know that you have a really good connection to Source, and that you need to just trust. You need to just trust in the universe, because right now you're just having a lot of indecision, and you may be being held back by fear. Says your fear is keeping you from moving forward and to having the life that you deserve, because you are I got the Empress, you're a very creative person, but you need to take some action. I got Earth ships. It's saying you're very connected to Mother Earth, and as such you experience all that she does, which I think, like different cycles in the moon, different things like that, you may want to keep track of your moods, things like that, because you are connected to that. When there's different moon cycles, it affects you. I got that you need to take some more time out, to quit being afraid of whatever it is you have been fearing, and to take some time out and celebrate. You need to get out and have fun. Your luck is about to change. You're going to be having some good luck. You're going to be progressing. And I also did get the parting ways card for you. So there's somebody in your life, maybe that's the person that you have been having these feelings about, that it may be time to move on from this person or kind of have a little bit of distance. So anyway, that's what the cards were giving me.
I'm kind of in that pocket as well, Deanne. So I pulled the door to value and the contract. So as I was kind of tapping in, Jaylene, And I think this is what Deanne was kind of picking up on as well. When I get the information about the contract, to me, this is like a relationship. This could be an actual marriage or just a relationship. But I think there is like a situation where it's like your word is bond. And I feel like you're a very like loyal person, and making decisions within that contract, whether it be verbal or actually a signed contract, I feel is difficult for you, because you are a person of your word. You are a person that is loyal. And if you made, a promise to be somewhere, to do something, to be with someone, that's where you're at. So you might be tested right now in a way of choosing yourself or choosing to continue in a path that may not best serve you. So the message here really is to just really sit with that. Trust your intuition, choose yourself. And I believe there's a lot of value in, choosing you first.
I love that. And just to kind of echo what they were both saying, Spirit's saying you're going through transition right now. And the back pain just feels like this encouragement to lean into what you're actually, so it's almost like they're showing me a bit of resistance. So where you're being called and leaning into that, it feels like there's some new things that you are curious about learning. There's this highlight about teachability and learning. So in those areas that you're feeling called to, including your deeper spiritual understanding, lean into that. So it's like letting go of maybe what's not serving you, or kind of that outside pressure of expectation. So kind of moving past that into where you're feeling called. They made my ears ring. And so there's something about the spiritual understanding that is transforming for you. So it's an exciting time in your life. It feels really exciting. So that's what I'm getting.
I remember, Kevin, when I first started doing these tarot cards, my ears ring too. When there's a certain message that I get, and it got to happening so much, I just said, stop it, and it stopped. At first I thought I was getting tinnitus, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's kind of a validation.
Yeah. And we can totally turn that dial off for sure. I'm like, quiet.
I know. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt Webb says, will my daughter's house extension be approved and done this year? Okay.
Matt Webb. Is this in as far as extension? Do you mean like in building, like an extension of building, or in like, is it financial? Or because I'm getting financial as well, so I'm just curious if you could clarify, Matt.
Yeah, I'm understanding this to be a building extension, like on the home. Okay. But it's interesting that I am getting there might be some blocks financially as well. I don't think it's going to be done, Matt, by the end of this year. I'm getting that there's going to be some, not roadblocks, but some delays that have to do with permitting. And also, I feel like we're waiting for financing to come through. It's almost like it's there, but we've got to have like access to it. So there's just some little delays. I feel like we're in the early part of next year, though.
Matt, are you still here? If you guys ask a question, it would be great if you could stick around. It's hard with the energy if we have to ask if you're here, and if you could be quick to respond. Well,
Matt, I get the world card for you. So I do get that you will, it's the achievement card, so I believe that your daughter will achieve this, and she's going to be really happy about it. She's going to move forward with this, but right now she's going to have, at this particular time, she's got the 9 of Wands, so she's facing some challenges. So like Stopher said, it may take a little while. I'm getting the end of this year to beginning of next year sometime, but not right away. It's going to take a little time is what I'm getting.
Yeah. You're welcome, Jay Roberts. That's funny. She said her ears are ringing right now. I don't see them in the chat, so that's okay. I mean, you guys, I echo what you're saying. So
okay.
Hopefully they see it on the playback.
Yeah, they can watch it after. You know, there are many times that I'll start watching a live show and then I've got to get something out of the oven or the phone rings or somebody's at the door and I have to watch the rest later. So I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. Bridget wanted to know any message from my sister, is it Michaelan, who we called Sorry. She passed in November and her birthday is the 24th of this month. I'm so sorry, Bridget.
Bridget.
See what we can get. These anniversary months, they're tough, I know. Too. Any messages?
Okay, Matt, interesting about the financial part. Just to add, so Matt is here. I got the no for this year. So I'll just finish in that one. I got the no for this year. It feels better kind of next year. There's something about the financial and then just I got something about a legal aspect. So licensing or permit or something, it does feel like a delay. So yeah, I think it's just further than, so in the no, it's how I read the question. So the energy gets better a little further out. So yeah.
Okay, Bridget, I got that your sister says that, you know, you guys were really close. You guys were like, it says soulmates. You guys were just super close. And she wants you to know that not to think of her as that she has died, because she didn't. Her body may have died. Her body may have worn out, but her soul is never going to die. She is alive now, probably more so than she was before. She wants you to know, I'm not dead. She says, I have a new understanding. She understands things that she couldn't understand before. And she says she doesn't have any earthly worries anymore like she had before. She wants you to know that she was met by so many loving people, and that you should not be worried about her. And she says, by the way, she says she's standing right next to you. So anytime you think of her and ask about her, call on her in just a thought. They don't speak verbally, they speak telepathically. I can't talk, but she knows your thoughts. She knows when you're thinking of her, when you need her. And if you ask her, she can even give you signs, because my mother gives me dimes at times when I really need her and want her. There was something that she might have said to you before in the past that when she went through her life review, she felt bad about and wanted you to know she didn't mean what she said. And she shouldn't have said it the way she did. And she said she wished she would have said some more things to you that she didn't say. You know, how much she loves you, how much she cares about you. And I don't know what's going on in your family, but says you can break generational patterns. So if there has been patterns in your family that have been generational, she wants you to know that you're going to be the one to break those patterns that need to be broken. So that's what I got for you on that.
Kevin, did you want to go first?
Sure. I got reference. I don't know. I was trying to ask, like, because I don't know if I'm hearing this right or not, but the Mouseketeers, because I've heard of like the Three Musketeers, but what, like, I'm hearing it as the Mouseketeers.
Mouseketeers, Mickey Mouse Club.
Okay,
Mickey
so
Mouse Clubhouse.
okay, there's something there that I heard right away. I feel like she connects really instantly, and so she's left that illness that was throughout her body. So she wants you to know she stepped out of that. I do feel fatherly. I think I'm pretty clear that it's dad, fatherly energy that was there to greet her, and so that felt really beautiful. She wants to thank you for the gift. I don't know how you'll understand that, but she wants to thank you for the gift. And she made significance about the highlight around the month of October and the C name. The C name was important. So, yep, thank you for the gift, she's saying, Bridget.
I love it. Interesting. I'm also being drawn to a strong connection with dad as well. I'm also hearing dad and then brothers. I don't know if this would be your brother, Bridget, or your dad's brother. And your sister's bringing me to a connection with those two to the month of May. So if you would understand a shared birthday or shared celebration in the month of May as well, is what she's talking about coming up to celebrate. Also, she wants to, hold on. If you can understand, I almost feel like when revolving her passing, if there is, I don't feel like this is like guilt. I feel like it's almost like blame or understanding that someone may have been involved or someone may be at fault. She's asking you to let that go. That third party, and whether it's like a doctor that gives like a misdiagnosis or whatever the case is, it just feels like there might be some blame for an outside party being responsible for some of the issues that led to the passing. She wants you to let that go. Also, she wants to thank you for the tattoo, and I feel like she's showing me like a script. So this would be something that's written. So she's acknowledging that as well. But yeah, she's definitely with you, and she wants to talk about the setback that you've had. And I believe this is like financially. She wants you to know it's going to be okay, and she's walking with you in this moment.
You guys, I'm got enough questions. I want to let you know I'm closing the questions right now, just so you know. But let's see, I'm just putting it on here for you. I can't type, you guys. Questions. Closed. I put Queaton's closed. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, I hope some of that helped, Bridget, and resonated for you.
Yeah, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's in a quick mediumship reading. Sometimes they're taking us to a certain place. So what doesn't fit, sometimes just take it with you. And if it doesn't, don't force it. It's all good.
We got one from Bumblebee Snuggles. Any message from my father figure, Martin, who returned home to spirit May of 2000?
I love the way that you word that you language it, returned home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that.
It just stopped me as I was reading. I was like, oh, I just want to be in that energy.
No.
Bumblebee Snuggles. What a great name. Martin.
Let's see here. Well, Bumblebee Snuggles, I'm getting that whatever you're doing, he wants you to know that he supports you. He supports your path, whatever it is you're doing. He's right there. He's proud of you. He watches over you. He protects you, and he is there. He says he sends you loving signs through nature. He sends you signs through nature. So it's springtime. So get out there and see, what kind of signs you might get from him. Some people get, my niece gets butterflies. I have some people that get red cardinals when they're around. You could even ask him what that sign, to show you a certain sign. But he says that he kind of tries to communicate and show you signs through nature. He wants to know if you still feel his presence, because he's still there. He's still around you. He still loves you. He's still there. And not to feel bad, he knows you cry sometimes. And certain times of the year, it's harder on you, especially like, the holidays, Easter, Christmas, things like that. And with the holidays here, he wants you to know it's okay to cry. That tears cleanse your soul. It's fine to cry. He knows you love him, but he says you're going to get through this. And whatever you're doing, he supports you, and he's going to point you in the right direction of whatever it is you're trying to decide to do. And he said, if I'd only known what I know now, he would have lived differently. But he's very happy where he's at. But I love that. Do you still feel my presence? Because he's still there. So that's what I get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Deanna, I definitely feel that as well. Like he's giving me an energy of being around her energetically. He's around you energetically. Also, he wants to remind you that everything he gave you when he was here is also how he's guiding you now. So it's like, remember the strength, remember the advice, remember all of that he gave you and instilled in you when he was here, and continue to let that kind of guide you as well. So yeah, just a lot of loving energy coming from, I know you call him a father figure, but I almost feel like you would call him dad occasionally, because I feel like I want to say dad. So just know that he's around you, still guiding you.
Sure. It's a beautiful energy, and it's like as I start to go into like wanting to talk, I'm just left with the energy and the gratitude, and it's like he wants you to just be in the feeling of that connection that you feel so deeply with him, and really reminding you to be in the cherish of yourself. I did hear something about the month of June being significant, and something about the M name connection. I heard the bluebird or the blue jay, but a blue bird of sorts. Something about the bluebird and how he was highlighting you. All the focus is on you, Bumblebee Snuggles, and it's like how you lend your ear and listen to people, and counsel them in a way that is non-judgmental. It really fills him with so much pride and love and gratitude for you. He just really wants the focus to be on you. It's like, don't make it about me. Keep the focus on you. So such a beautiful energy. Mm-hmm. So good.
Thank you, my dear.
Snuggles.
And we have, let me get my glasses on, Morella. Is it Richie or Ricky? My husband, passed away last June 2022 suddenly. I'm so sorry, Morella. We miss him so much. Does he have a message for me and my 2 daughters?
Bumblebee, thank you. It's so wonderful. We see your messages, and that's so great. It's so wonderful when people can be quick in the letting us know. It really helps. Yeah, he's so close to you. It hasn't changed in that at all. So beautiful energy.
Oh, his birthday's in June.
You know, when you want to hold on to that energy, it's like, I just feel like he was loving us all in that moment. So thanks to him. Morella, sorry guys. My husband Reno passed away last June. We miss him so much. So sorry for your loss. Does he have a message for me and my 2 daughters?
Morella, would you understand your husband as I have someone coming in for you? A very big energy. I feel like there's a real sturdiness to his energy. Very much like I'm being shown like a lion, almost like very much a protector, very much a provider. So he's coming forward with that energy. I do get a connection to the month of May as well. For them talking specifically, he's talking about a celebration or observance in May that we'll be observing next month. He brings me when they point to my ear. It's all about like with their passing, either learning about it in a very kind of difficult way, or perhaps discovering them, or there's something very difficult about specifically how you learned about the passing. So he wants to come forward, understanding that was very difficult for you and your family, the way that went down. So he's understanding, that with it being sudden, that was like kind of additionally difficult. He does surround you and your daughters with a lot of beautiful energy, and he wants to say stay on the path, because I felt like there were a lot of things put in place before his passing that he wants to say just stay on the path, and also assure you that you know what to do, and not to doubt yourself. It's almost like you got this, is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. I was
sorry, Kevin, the 24. He's bringing me to the 24 real quick.
Sorry, Stopher.
Go ahead. I was done.
Are you done? No, just kidding.
I'm done now.
You're done. I was just hearing the same, and I love it how they will. Sometimes they just say it in different words, and that's a beautiful thing when we're getting the very similar, just in around the challenge. That help is on the way, and so that feels really supportive. I was taken to my heart, instantly aware of the heart. I did actually write down May as well. And then the big trip. I don't know if you went on the big trip yet or you're planning the big trip, but it feels like a big adventure, and he's a part of it. So just know in that big trip, yeah, it feels good. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Well, I got that he wants you to know he's with you. He's still with you. Like I had said before, he's not dead. There is no such thing as death. But he feels like there's something that you've been afraid of. Maybe you're afraid going on without him, but he says he don't want you to be afraid. He says he's right here helping you. He helps you every day. He says it's beautiful where I am, but he's always checking up on you to see how you're doing. He says he wish he would have told you more often how much he loved you. I don't think he said it as much as he wished he would have said it. And he said he's sorry that I don't know why it's saying this, but I'm sorry I criticized you. So there may have been times that, he criticized you, or he made poor choices that he sees now that he didn't see then. And he wanted you to know he was sorry about that. He's with your ancestors and his ancestors right now. He said he's sorry to forgive him for whatever it is that he feels that you need to forgive him for. But he says he don't want you to be sad. He wants you to be happy. And he says it's time to lighten up right now. He wants you to live life. He wants you not to be worrying about him. He's with his ancestors. He's doing good. So he's telling you to lighten up and just to love your life, enjoy your life. That is how you will honor him. Think of the happy memories that you did have. Don't think of the sad things. Just remember all the good times. But just know that he wants you to go on and laugh and have fun and enjoy yourself. He doesn't want you to be sad or afraid. And he did say that he's helping you. So that's what I got.
So good.
I hope that resonated. And I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay. We got Jessica Lynn wants to know if she can get a birthday message from her guides.
Happy birthday.
Jessica.
Birthday message. Earn it.
And if anybody gets theirs before me, you go ahead and go. I'm just getting these cards.
Okay, Dan.
Okay. Birthday message from my guys.
This deck. No, this deck.
And happy birthday early. Your birthday's on Easter, so 2 for 1. We're not doing anything for Easter. We're just staying home, taking it easy.
Are you?
Yeah, you guys doing anything? Going anywhere?
I'm home alone.
You're home alone? Yeah.
Home alone. Yeah.
He's yelling the pussy.
Yeah.
Nothing going on here.
I may swing by and see the grandkids. I think they colored eggs or something. My daughter did that. I'm all done with that stuff. She's
Jessica Lynn, happy birthday again. And we got coming apart and we got protecting treasure. As I kind of feel into this, the message coming through, when I think about that coming apart card, I actually am drawn to coming together. So there's a message here to really lean into the celebration aspect of your birthday, and also specifically with someone else. I feel like there's someone else that you can celebrate with that is also either celebrating a birthday or an accomplishment that's recently happened. So really like kind of in the community of that, lean into the celebration of you and whoever this other person or people might be. You know, they really want you to kind of celebrate with other people. And also with sorry, I can't talk. Protecting treasure card. I'm kind of feeling into that in a way of almost like letting go a little bit. I feel a little bit of a tightness with the energy. So there's a message here also about as you progress through your journey, just kind of enjoying what you've worked so hard for, instead of just kind of grasping onto it so tightly. Just like really enjoy it and just let yourself kind of have some fun.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Never mind. Squirrel.
That's me every day.
I totally got squirrel moment. Speaking of squirrels, so squirrel medicine for you. Jessica, just to continue to believe in yourself. So the work that you've done to believe in yourself and where you're at right now. It's interesting that you said treasure, because I got the treasure island card. And so allow yourself that escape. So imagination, meditation, to go to that treasure island. And it's like the rest and renewal and rejuvenate through that escape, if you will. It feels, I can't put it into words. It feels really good. Is there more about that treasure island? What did you say about the treasure part?
I feel like she's kind of holding on to what she's worked so hard for. So it's really just about like kind of enjoying it.
Yeah.
And letting it, you know, kind of letting herself just kind of be out there with it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, so when I pulled this card, I was and she's Jessica confirmed that she's celebrating with her twin brother.
Oh,
and I literally like saw the twin
twin
thing here.
That's so neat.
So I just knew that she was being called to celebrate with someone else. So I think that's so cool.
Okay. Well, let's see. What did I get? I got the 9 of Air, Jessica. So I feel like there's something that has been on your mind that you've been worrying about, that you've been stressed about. And so it may be time to kind of cleanse your chakras and your auric field, call on protection, some energy protection, because I feel like you may be an empath. And so you could be actually feeling emotions that you don't know where they're coming from, but it could be from the people you've been around, or maybe negative people at work, or just you pick up on people's emotions as if they're your own sometimes. So it's telling you to kind of call on some protection and stop all the worrying. I get that there's something that you're avoiding, something you're either indecisive or you're avoiding or you're confused about. And you could be sabotaging yourself. You could be creating pain for yourself and standing in your own way. So what it's saying is that you need to hang around people of your own soul group, people that you can unite with, that you get along with, that make you feel good, that make you feel positive. And you got the card of trust and forgiveness. So it says it's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again, because you've had a hard time with that, and that could be to some of the empaths. Empaths also have people that come and constantly dump on you. You know, it's like they know that you're empathetic, and so they give you their problems, and they take and take and take from you and not give anything back. And so it may be getting to you. So it's telling you you may need to release some of those people, places, or situations so that you can have some freedom for that and be around people that are more higher vibing, more like you, more that you're going to have a good time with. It's telling you you need to rejoice. You're going to be rejoicing and learn how to make the most of life. And here's your twin brother. It shows that maybe you and him, you need to learn how to make the most of life. And you may need a little bit of time alone to meditate and rest on some of this stuff. But the main thing I'm thinking is just don't think the negative thoughts about yourself. Make sure it's equal give and take. If you're feeling emotions and you don't know why, see if it's that you're around the wrong people. You may be around toxic people, or like I said, people that you may need to distance yourself or release. So that's what I got.
Nice. In my squirrel moment, I forgot, and then Deanne, you reminded me, I had wrote down garnet. So there's something supportive for you, Jessica Lynn, in this moment with the garnet. I had wrote it down, and sorry, I forgot to say that. I squirreled out of that one.
I do that all the time. All the time.
Is that green?
Or I'll forget what I'm saying. My dad, I remember he used to tell us stories, and in the middle of the story, he'd go, well, and this guy, he said to me, and then he'd stop. And we're at the dinner table, and we're all looking at him like, well, and then what happened? And then he just continue eating, and we're like, what? What happened? And he just stopped the story, and then we'd be eating, and then pretty soon later, he'd finish the story, like 10 minutes later. And I thought, what is wrong with my dad? Like, no.
He's on his own timeline.
Yep.
He's on his own timeline.
Yep, that's right.
What color is garnet?
It's red, like a ruby.
It's red, yeah. I was seeing red, but I'm like, maybe I'm not.
Like crimson.
Oh, okay.
That sounds
It was
pretty.
my sister's birthstone, so that
Thank
time.
you, yeah, squirrel, exactly, Liz. Totally squirrel moment. I totally went there.
Okay, we've got Wiki. My friend Daniel passed away in 2018. I've been working on my communication with him. May I have a message from him on how we're doing with that?
Oh.
Okay. Throwing my cards on the floor.
Wiki, real quick, with your friend Daniel, I do sense a strong connection here. If you can understand, like with the communication with him, it feels very like he's giving me like currently is very organized. I don't know, for some reason he's like showing me like almost like there's a writing aspect of it, or there's like papers, like there's maybe cards being used. I feel like there's some like modalities that you're kind of leaning on to help with this, or to help you understand the communication. And he's asking you to kind of trust a little bit more in the communication without using some of these like other ways, because it's almost like you may be using them as a bit of a crutch. So it's almost like writing, or there's something that feels tangible here. So he's just asking you to kind of really lean into it and just kind of like open up, in addition to how you're currently kind of working through this communication. I almost feel like there might be some cards or something used as well.
Oh, interesting, Stouffer. Yeah, it's interesting, and Wiki, you'll understand this in the way that you need to understand it. But he was showing me like color, like you reading aura, being able to see that. So whether it's through cards or aura, there's something, a modality that will assist you in this. I pulled some really beautiful cards from the Higher Self deck. The listening, I can't read backwards. You are not alone, and then acknowledging you taking that step or the first step. He does acknowledge the, I don't know if you would call it praying, however you language this, but the communication, the prayer, the request for assistance, he's hearing it all. He's hearing it all. And I pulled one more card, and I feel like this speaks to your love, and how he would speak of you is that beloved. It's that radical acceptance. It's just, it's beautiful. It felt deeper than a friendship, in that beloved kind of beautiful yumminess. Yumminess. I don't know where that came from.
Are you hungry, Kevin?
Yeah, I didn't have dinner yet, but I will. Don't you worry.
You said yumminess. I thought maybe you had food on your.
No, I got nothing in here.
Well, I made pizza in the oven and I burnt it, so
no.
I have to figure something else out. Yes, I was doing stuff and not paying attention.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got down with you that you wanted to know how you're doing on your communication, and I got down. Please acknowledge me. He likes that you're acknowledging him, that you're talking to him. Yes, he hears you, and yes, he says keep talking to him. Keep having a conversation going with him. He said he's sorry that he had to leave, when at such a young age or at such a, before you thought were ready for him to go. He's sorry he had to leave at the time he did, but he says he's going to show you signs with synchronicities. So there will be some signs that he's going to give you to let you know that he's there, and so that you can acknowledge that he's there. He did say to please take care of yourself. He said he cared too much about other people's opinions when he was living, and he doesn't want you to do that. He wants you to live your own life and be your own person and don't worry about what other people think. And he went through his life review and he learned a lot. But yeah, he says he's going to show you signs. And he said, he said, you have the magic touch. He says, so that's a good sign too. He says, you are accessing true magic from deep within. So you have the magic in you to reach him. He hears you. Never doubt that he hears you. And he is rejoicing every time he hears from you. He is so happy to hear from you. And he wants you to make the most out of your life is what I'm getting from him. So yes, he is hearing you, and he's going to show you signs. And you can ask him for those signs.
Oh.
Maybe you can tell him what you would like, but if you see numbers, sometimes you can look that up on Google, angel numbers, and it'll tell you what they are. If you see repeating numbers, things like that. Okay, so let's see here. What time is it? Okay, we can answer a couple more. One more. Let's see. I lost my little arrow there for a second. Okay.
Did you see what Kevin said? He's like, Deanne, Kevin was, he said, Deanne, you can't be distracted when you're cooking, my friend.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. It was Kevin I was talking to the time I made blackened, wasn't supposed to be blackened, chicken. I had it in the oven. I kept thinking, what is burning? It smells like something's burning. And I'm like, ah! And it was black. I made the worst dinner Dale has ever had in his life.
Oh my.
And then today I put pizza. Well, when we had to rearrange things, I was doing the Canva and doing all that stuff, and I totally forgot I had pizza in the oven. Yeah, he knows.
You're welcome, Wiki.
All righty. Jo Lynn wants to know, will my financial situation improve soon? I'm going to use my pendulum for this one.
That's so funny, Deanne. I just opened my drawer to grab mine.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah.
Will Jo Lynn's financial situation improve soon? I'm getting yes. Will it improve in April? Not in April. May. What month will it improve?
September.
I'm getting, let's see, let me double check. And time is relative. It's hard to get exact time, but I'm getting about August. So on mine.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Deanne. I've got a timeline of about 5 months, so I'm putting it right about September, early September. And I think it's just really, they're just kind of showing me there's a bit of a progress that's happening. So it's going to be a slow build. I think there's some things like almost like they're giving me like, we need to check some things off. So this would be like paying down some bills or kind of, there's a few little goals, like a few little mini goals that we need to kind of like work on. And it's going to get us there right around September, I think.
Oh, and I pulled one card and look what I got. King of Pentacles. So that's a good one, Jo Lynn, for money, prosperity, security. So, and it's a yes card on the money too. Not right away.
I got the within 6 months. And I got expect the unexpected. So that feels really good, Jo Lynn. And then the other part of it is it feels supplemented. So your participation in it feels, there's something about it where you can supplement. I don't know if it's second income, but to generate a bit, your participation in it, it's like encouragement to go for that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay.
One last thing, I'm being called to remind you to keep like manifesting and keep like praying over your financial situation, because I think that's helped. I think that the energy there is really kind of helping you.
That's so funny. I heard to pull the top card as you're saying pray.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I think it feels to me like she's praying or she's doing some kind of manifestation regarding the finances. So I think this is helping. Continue.
Okay.
Keep doing it.
Well, let's see. I'll do one more and then we'll be done because our hour will be over an hour. But if I didn't get you, we'll get you on another show here.
Yeah.
Emily wants to know, I lost my fur baby Luna to cancer recently and want to know if she is okay and happy and does she visit me? I asked for signs, but I haven't gotten any.
Yeah. Well, instantly, yes, she is okay. Yeah, that's without a doubt. She is absolutely okay. I heard her brother. So would you understand like there would have been a male, I don't know if it's cat or a dog, there to greet her. So maybe not biologically brother, but something about the male fur baby. Signs. You haven't gotten signs. I've asked any.
Real quick, Emily, can you understand Luna would I'm guessing Luna is a female. Would she have been a howler? When she was younger, would she have like howled at either people or noises or something? I feel like she's letting me know that she's howling. And also, if you can understand that there might have been some mobility issues towards the end of her life, she's coming forward showing that she's not dealing with that anymore. So I just need to pass on those pieces of information and messages.
So she didn't howl that much. I feel like she gets in bed with you. And when you're sleeping, she gets in bed with you. She said, I left a piece of me with you. And knows with the 5 of Cups, she knows you're mourning, but she says not to be looking at what you lost because she's fine. She wants you to turn around and look at what you have. Look at what you still have because, she doesn't like to see you sad. You know, dogs love us. It's unconditional love, and they don't like to see you sad. Wants to know if you feel her touch when she gets in the bed with you. I think it's in the bed. She curls up to you, gets close to you. She said some part of her knew that it was her time, that she was about to go. She sees you anxious and worrying and stressed, and that's when she gets beside you, because dogs, they have such unconditional love, and cats, I mean, just animals in general. But she loves you and gets close to you when she knows you're stressed or when you're depressed. She's still there. And even though you're separated right now, you know, and you know, she's still there. And let's see. And just says again, please acknowledge her. Talk to her too. So that's what I get.
Yeah, Emily, she's bringing me to your ability to your clairsentience, your ability to feel her, and that feels really beautiful. So you can be in the request for her to show you signs, but she is through the clair of that feeling. So that connection, I pulled out the reaching out. So she's reaching out and you're reaching out. So sometimes they just do it in different ways. So still be in the request if you need the sign. If you need the sign, and that's funny because this top card and the 4-4 is standing out to me. So perhaps in the numbers, watch for the repetitive numbers, specifically the 4, but don't dismiss, and I know you're not, that feeling, you feeling her. So that is a sign. That is a sign from her. So imagine, yeah, she's in bed with me. Beautiful. Be with that feeling.
I know when we had our dogs, they always, it's like they know when you're sick, when you're sad. You know, when I would be ill or when I had surgery, that dog would not leave my side. You know, just would lay there forever, just up against you. And yeah, that's what I think she's doing. Well, thank you everybody for coming, and thank you guys for coming. And it's been our hour. If you didn't get to your question, just come back and we'll do it another time. You know, come back and see us again. I wanted to ask before we go, first of all, Kevin, do you have any shows coming up in the near future that you want to tell everybody about?
Sure. I just wanted to point something out, Deanne, because I find it happens so often in people. I love it in the chat. Liz was saying that what resonated for her was that howling, and she's having to having to put down her dog tomorrow. And so you know, just the ability for spirit to take care of all in message. And sometimes we don't understand all the bits and pieces. And if you can imagine all of your loved ones and spirit trying to reach each and every one of us, sometimes the messages, they don't always fit for every single part, but there is message for each and every one of us. So I just want to point that out. And Liz, thank you so much for saying that. Show wise, today is Friday, so tomorrow I'm so
sorry, Liz. And maybe that was what he was picking up was your dog about the howling.
Tomorrow, yes, I'm doing. We're doing a streaming on both of our channels. Terry from, I'm forgetting her channel name. Terry Renner. Her channel is called, oh my goodness, someone help me. Terry Renner, most beautiful. She does meditations. She's magnificent. I have such love for this woman. So I can't wait to do a show with her tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be on both of our channels. And then on Sunday, we're doing the Healing Light show. So that will be streamed on my channel, Freebird, Debbie, and JJ, Tuta Speaks, and we will, Terry Renner holding your space. Thank you, Viviani. So yeah, a couple of shows this week. And then I started a membership, and I'm doing my first membership live. So that's exciting too. So that's
okay. Well, how about you, Stopher? Do you have any shows coming up in the next week or so that you want to tell people?
Yeah, I do. Thank you for asking, and thank you for having me on.
I'm so happy you came on. I've been wanting to meet you.
Yes, thank you. So tomorrow I will, on my channel, we'll be having Scott from Scorpio Sun Tarot and Ginger Faye Tarot on my channel. And then on Monday the 10th, I'm going to have a gentleman by the name of Jason Tempensky and another gentleman by the name of Kevin Lewis, healing medium, who may have forgotten.
I was leaving that for you, Stouffer. She said my channels. I was like,
got it. He might be on with me.
Totally. Yeah.
So that will be Monday evening. So tomorrow's at 3 p.m. Pacific with Scott and Ginger, and then Monday with Jason and possibly Kevin at 6 p.m.
And you guys said if they want to book a reading with you, it's your email. Is it your email? Is it in your description box of your channel?
Mine is through my website. So, and I noticed when I was looking to see how to contact us. Yep. So on our each of our channels, on each of our YouTube pages, if you go to the About section, there's all of the ways to connect with us. I mean, that's how I have it, and I know that Stouffer's is the same. So that's how you get a hold of me.
Also, those links are in the banner too for like my other channels for Instagram and my website. They're all in the banner, or you can go to the About. But yeah, my website's the best way to book a private session with me.
The man of many hats.
Literally. Yeah.
That was hot.
you got your leather one there?
There we go. We'll just do a ball cap.
Tomorrow I'm taking the puppy to get shot, so she ain't gonna like me too much tomorrow. So I'm not doing anything tomorrow. But Tuesday I'm gonna be on Marina's channel at 6 p.m. I think it's Heart and Soul Connected.
Yes.
And Thursday the 13th I am going to be on Allie's channel. And Friday I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Me and PD Connects usually have a show on Fridays, but we'll have to see how she's feeling on that day, if she's feeling better or not. But if she's not, then I'll probably, if I can get Puppy to lay down for a little bit, I'll come on myself and I'll answer your questions for you. We'll do some more questions. So anyway, thanks everybody in the chat so much for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe to these two great readers here, and please like and subscribe to me too. I appreciate it so much. And thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Stopher. Stopher, it was so wonderful to meet you.
Likewise.
I can see why Kevin Chandler speaks so highly of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what he said about you, other Kevin. Aww. No, he said nice things.
Nice. If I could be a fly on the wall.
No. No, you guys are both great guys. Thank you so much. So everybody, thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.